approaching the top. They're off Peter Fantastic, now Norwell Nimble. In the middle of the track is driving for the lead. 2 leaders neck and neck now. Peter Fantastic stepping out. Cocan Coverboy gets to second. Norwell Nimble is now shoved out 3 wide, racing on third. They're on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter. And it's Peter Fantastic with the lead. Cocan Coverboy, that's Beverly Retzemag on the move. She's third and going on. Beverly Retzemag is now second. And Peter Fantastic, the leader by the opening quarter. At 29 and 3 into the top turn, Peter Fantastic. Beverly Retzemag getting parked. She is racing second on the outside. Then Cocan Coverboy is third at the rail. Then Cocan Joey is fourth. Norwell Nimble moving fifth. Dusty Davy, Kirby's Trick, and Swing and Sue down trailing through the. They come to the half. Peter Fantastic, he's the leader, has the best of the length and a half. Cocan Coverboy second by that half at a minute flat, and the drive into the turn for the 5/8's Peter Fantastic. Cocan Coverboy sitting pretty, he is second. On the outside, Beverly Retzemag hangs at third. Now 3 wide now goes Norwell Nimble, rushing on fourth. Going on, Norwell Nimble gets to third, and now Norwell Nimble goes to second and goes after the leader. Leader is Peter Fantastic as they drive on by the 3/4 pole. Peter Fantastic, the leader there in 130. Top turn, Peter Fantastic. Norwell Nimble outside second. Cocan Coverboy locked in third. Up on the outside, Kirby's Trick comes to fourth. Cocan Joey's fifth, and Beverly Retzemag, and they spring for home. And it's Peter Fantastic. Norwell Nimble comes on strong. Cocan Coverboy. Kirby's Trick is on the outside, coming on to second. It is Peter Fantastic. Peter Fantastic, Kirby's Trick, Norwell Nimble, Cocan Coverboy, Cocan Joey, Beverly Retzemag, then Dusty Davy and Swingin' Sue down. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 2. For the 8th race, it's number 1, Peter Fantastic. Bay Pacing gelding, his 8th years, by Armbro Emerson from In the Dumps. She buys out. Owned by Albert Burnett of Charlottetown, trained by Lonnie Stokes. Todd Treitz driving. Peter Fantastic steps to his 6th winning trip this year. Tonight, 2:02 and 2. Joey was 5th. Cocan Coverboy 4th. Norwell Nimble was 3rd. Dusty Davy starters for the 9th. Behind the gate, we're approaching the top of the stretch. 7 starters. Arbro Foxy Gilberto, Agility and Todd Treitz. Windfall Rambo Gord Hennessy, Tough Ender Steve Mahar. Peter Fantastic, Tim Mercetti, I'm Riley, Doug Falcons. Prime Grand, Kevin Fitzgerald, here they come. They're off an Armbro Fox. He takes him out of there, but up on the outside, Peter Fantastic is winging for the lead, but Foxy holds it on the inside. Peter Fantastic up on the outside, challenging second. Agility has third at the rail as they race on by the 8th pole. On up the backstretch, it is Armbro Foxy out now by 2. Peter Fantastic is racing second. Then Agility has a third. Windfall Rambo is racing 4th. Tough Ender, I'm Riley, and Prime Grand trailing by that opening quarter, 30 and 1/5. Round the top turn, it's Armbro Foxy cutting it out. He has the best of it by 2. Peter Fantastic racing a second. Agility has a third. Then Windfall Rambo 4th. Here comes Tough Ender. Out moving fifth. Behind him comes I'm Riley. At Prime Grand trails and through the stretch they come, racing to the half. Armbro Foxy pacing with the lead, a length and a half now. Peter Fantastic second. Tough Ender up strong on the outside that half. 1:01 and 3. Round the turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Armbro Foxy. On the outside, Tough Ender. Now Peter Fantastic. Back up along the inside to second. Tough Ender. On the outside, third. Agility is fourth. There goes I'm Riley. Out challenging from fifth, and Windfall Rambo Prime Grand onto the three-quarter pole, hard for the lead. And getting it on the outside, Tough Ender, Armbro, Foxy, and Peter Fantastic driving a strong third. Three-quarters, 1:32 and 3. Round the top turn, Tough Ender, a length and a half. Peter Fantastic strong on the outside second. Foxy is third. I'm Riley is fourth, and now they're heading home. Tough Ender, Peter Fantastic strong in the middle of the track. The two of them nose to nose as they come driving to the line now. Peter Fantastic takes the top. He wins it. Tough Ender, I'm Riley, Armbro Foxy, Agility Prime Grand, Windfall Rambo. Time for the mile, 2:04. And parading now, the winner of the seventh race, number 5, Tough Ender, Chestnut Gelding. 10 years he is by Quality Blue Chip from Peterborough Tracy. She by Steady Stone. Owned and bred by Joe Lindsay of St. Stephen. Number 6, Peter Fantastic. Bay Pace and Gelding 8 by Armbro Emerson from the dumps, in the dumps by Strikeout. But Gordon White of St. John, trained by Lonnie Stokes. Tim Mercetti driving. Peter Fantastic gets his 7th winning trip this year this afternoon, 2:04. Number 6, Peter Fantastic. Ad Curalew with Dirk Duncan. I'm Riley, Doug Falcons. Prime Grand and Gil Barrio. Shy's Big Guy with John Davidson. Tough Ender, Todd Trites. Peter Fantastic, Tim Mercetti. Helen Angus, late Charlie Price. Consequently yours, Roy Dickinson. Here they come. They're off Prime Grand now. Shy's Big Guy, Wings 4 has the lead. Shy's Big Guy, Prime Grand inside racing is second. Up on the outside, Peter Fantastic is driving on third. Then Ad Curalew is fourth at the rail. Consequently yours racing fifth. I'm Riley, Tough Ender, and the trailer Helen Angus late, and they go to the quarter. At it pacing out on top, Shy's Big Guy but 2. Prime Grand racing is second. Peter Fantastic is third. And they're by at the quarter, 29 at 1. Shy's Big Guy cuts it out. He's the leader of length. Prime Grand is racing second. Peter Fantastic has third. Then racing fourth, Ad Curalew. Consequently, yours is fifth. They swing through the stretch now, driving to the half, and it's Shy's Big Guy in command. Has the best of it, a length and a half, Prime Grand. Peter Fantastic up strong on the outside. Here comes Tough Ender, but out from third goes Peter Fantastic. They're by that half at a minute and 2/5, and into the turn they drive to the 5/8. Now Shy's Big Guy. Up on the outside, Peter Fantastic. Prime Grand at the rail is third. Tough Ender outside is fourth. Ad Curalew is fifth. Helen Angus elite, then consequently yours, and I'm Riley trails on to the three-quarter pole, and it is still Shy's Big Guy. Peter Fantastic lapped on the leader. Tough Ender to third. Prime Grand is fourth. Ad Curalew racing fifth. 1:31 by the three-quarter pole. Top turn, their nose to nose for the lead. On the outside now, Peter Fantastic. On the inside, Shies, Big Guy, Tough Fender third, Prime Grand fourth, Ed Curlew is fifth. They swing for home, and it is Peter Fantastic. Shies, Big Guy, Tough Fender comes on strong from third, coming on, but it's got to be Peter Fantastic to win this. At the line, Peter Fantastic, Tough Fender, Shies, Big Guy, Ed Curlew, I'm Riley. Tight between Helen Angus Elite and Consequently Yours, and then Prime Grand. Time for the mile. 2:01. We parade now the winner of the ninth race, number 6, Peter Fantastic. Bay Pacing Gelding, he's 8 years, by Umbro Emerson from In the Dumps. She by Strikeout. Owned by Gordon White of St. John, trained by Lonnie Stokes. Tim Mercetti driving. It's win number 8 this season for Peter Fantastic. This afternoon, he wins in 2:01. Ed Curlew was 4th. I'm Riley 5th. Prime Grand was 8th. Shy's Big Guy 3rd. Tough Fender 2nd.
Peter Fantastic, John Davidson. J.L. Cook, Tim Merzetti, Consequently Yours, Todd Trites, I'm Riley, Doug Falcons. Burton Bell, Gordy Hennessy, RSS, Steve Mason. Outside post position, Lucky Louie Lutz, Steve Mahar. 8 starters, here they come. They're off, and a good start. 3 of them busting for the lead. In between horses is Peter Fantastic, Consequently Yours. Helen Angus Elite is on the rail. Into the first turn, and on top now it's Peter Fantastic, Helen Angus Elite second. Consequently Yours backs off for cover. Now racing third on the rail, then sitting fourth is Burton Bell. Then it's RSS racing fifth, and it's J.L. Cook, I'm Riley, early trailer. Trailing the field is Lucky Louie Lutz as they pass the opening quarter. And up front, your leader, Peter Fantastic, 30, 1/5 past the opening quarter. Peter Fantastic with Helen Angus Elite racing second. Consequently Yours has third. Then Burton Bell out to challenge from fourth. RSS on the rail fifth. J.L. Cook is out and moving. Out from third comes Consequently Yours as they come off the turn. Through the stretch to the half-mile marker, and up front, Peter Fantastic. On the outside now to second, Consequently Yours. Helen Angus Elite on the rail has third. Burton Bell outside fourth. And it's RSS, J.L. Cook, I'm Riley, and Lucky Louie by the half in 1:02 and 4. Into the turn as they race to the 5/8. It's still Peter Fantastic. Consequently Yours at his wheel, driving second. Helen Angus Elite locked in is racing third. Then on the outside, Burton Bell, RSS. Coming up the inside, then J.L. Cook, I'm Riley, and Lucky Louie still trailing as they go to the 3/4. It's still Peter Fantastic, Consequently Yours. He's raced tough on the outside. Helen Angus Elite is there on the rail third. 3/4, 1:33 and 4. Peter Fantastic. Consequently Yours. Helen Angus Elite looks for racing room. She doesn't have it. RSS comes to fourth. Down the stretch, it's Peter Fantastic. Helen Angus Elite on the outside is Consequently Yours. RSS is coming on, but they're not going to catch Peter Fantastic. RSS for second. Helen Angus Elite. Then Consequently Yours. I'm Riley. Then Lucky Louie. Time for the mile. 2:04 and 4. Official winner of race number 9. It's number 2, Peter Fantastic, a bay gelding. He's 8 years, by Umbro Emerson out of In the Dump. She by Strikeout. Owned by Gordon White of St. John. Trained by Lonnie Stokes. John Davidson driving this afternoon. That's 3 wins in his last 4 starts. Peter Fantastic wins this afternoon in the mud. 2:04 and 4. Congratulations, owner Gordon White of St. John, trainer Lonnie Stokes, and catch driver John Davidson. They take our 9th race with Peter Fantastic, a fantastic trip, winning in 2:04 and 4. Elite finishing third. Peter Fantastic, your race winner. J.L. Cook, 8th.
Under Steve Mahar, here they come. Clear off. Peter Fantastic goes quickly to the top. Richmond Ruler racing second. Exeter Exclusive up along the inside now second. Then up on the outside, Noble Chance drives on to third. Richmond Ruler drops to fourth. Criminal Type is fifth. They're up the backstretch on to the quarter now. It's Peter Fantastic. Up on the outside, challenging his second goes Noble Chance. 2 leaders at it, nose to nose and toes to toes. And Peter Fantastic holds his lead by the quarter at 29 and 3. Into the top turn, Peter Fantastic. Then Noble Chance backs off. He's found the rail second. Exeter Exclusive is third. Richmond Ruta fourth. Here comes Sammy Sunny and up on the outside fifth. Then it is Criminal Type, Tough Ender, and I'm Riley trailing. And through the stretch, they come driving to the half. Peter Fantastic cutting it out, has the best of it now, but 2. Noble Chance and Exeter Exclusive. On the outside, Sammy Sun End to fourth. Richmond Rule a Tough Ender. Then Criminal Type and I'm Riley the half in a minute at 4/5. And around the turn, they race to the 5/8. Pacing on top, Peter Fantastic. Exeter Exclusive. He's up on the outside now at the leader's wheel. He's racing second going on. Noble Chance is third. Sammy Sunan is fourth. Richmond Rule a Tough Bender. Criminal Type I'm Riley. And on to the three-quarter pole. They're a tight bunch as they drive to that marker with Peter Fantastic holding his lead by the three-quarters, 132. Top turn, Peter Fantastic. In between horses, Exeter Exclusive. And on the outside, that is a Tough Bender. Racing on strong third, down to second, coming on. They're fatting out 3 wide as they head for home. Tough Bender strong on the outside. Peter Fantastic, Exeter Exclusive. Sammy Sunan is coming on. Peter Fantastic, Tough Bender. It's going to be tight. Exeter Exclusive. It is tight, but it's Peter Fantastic. Tight for place between Tough Bender and Exeter Exclusive. Then Sammy Sunan. Time for the mile. 2:03 and 3. Now the winner of the 9th race, number 4, Peter Fantastic. Bay pacing gelding 80 years by Armbro Emerson from In the Dumps. She by Strikeout. Owned by Gordon White of St. John. Trained by Lonnie Stokes. Tim Mercetti driving. Win number 10 this year for Peter Fantastic. Winning in 2:03 and 3. And the result of the night is now official. I'm Riley 6th. Exeter Exclusive was 3rd. Criminal Type. Peter Fantastic, Tim Mercetti, Lucky Louie Lutz, Todd Trites. Noble Chance with Tony Watson. Sammy Sunan with Jill Barrio. RSS, Steve Mason. Here they come. They're off and going to the top. Peter Fantastic in between horses. Exeter Exclusive. Tough Ender his 3rd at the rail. Lucky Louie Lutz racing a 4th. Noble Chance is 5th. Then Sammy Sunan and RSS trailing. And they're by the 8th. They go on up the backstretch, not driving to the quarter. Pacing out on top. Leading by 2.5, Peter Fantastic. Exeter Exclusive has 2nd, Tough Ender 3rd. Then we go to Lucky Louie Lutz. Noble Chance is out and moving. Sammy Sunan, RSS trails. They're by the opening quarter, 31 and 2. Swinging into the top turn, Peter Fantastic shows the way. Leads a length and a half. Exeter Exclusive. Here comes Tough Bender. Out from 3rd to challenge. Behind him with cover Noble Chance. At the rail, Lucky Louie Lutz. Then Sammy Sunan and RSS as they drive to the half. Pacing on top, Peter Fantastic. Tough Bender coming to him. At the leader's wheel now. Exeter Exclusive is 3rd at the rail. And Peter Fantastic is the leader as they go racing by the half, 103. Driving into the turn to the 5/8. Peter Fantastic. Tough Bender at him on the outside. Exeter Exclusive is the 3rd at the rail. Lucky Louie Lutz is 4th. Noble Chance drives outside 5th. Behind him, Sammy Sunan. RSS trails at the rail. 2 leaders are nose to nose as they drive to the three-quarter pole. It is Peter Fantastic, though, now by a head. Peter Fantastic, Tough Bender, Exeter Exclusive. That goes Lucky Louie Lutz driving 4th. 3/4, 133. Top turn, it is Peter Fantastic at 3 parts of a length. Tough Ender driving a second. Then at the rail, Exeter Exclusive locked in third, swinging wide. Lucky Louie Lutz is fourth. Sammy Sonnen is fifth. They swing for home. It is Peter Fantastic. Lucky Louie Lutz is driving on strong. Exeter Exclusive coming on, but it is Peter Fantastic. He's holding, and he holds to win this. Exeter Exclusive. Then tight for third was Lucky Louie Lutz, tight for fourth. RSS and Sammy Sonnen, then Tough Fender, Noble Chance. Time for the mile to 4 and 4.
Sean Shannon to the infield tote board, please. Sean Shannon to the infield tote board.
And parading now, winner of the 10th race, number 4, Peter Fantastic. Bay Pacing gelding 8 years by Umbro Emerson. From In the Dump, she by Strikeout. Alma Gordon White of St. John, trained by Lonnie Stokes. Tim Mercetti driving. Peter Fantastic stepping to his 11th winning trip this year. This afternoon he wins in 2:04 and 4. Oh, 4 and County. Sammy Sonnen, Jill Barrio, Peter Fantastic, Tim Mercetti. Criminal Type with John Davidson, Rick Gambler, Danny McDonald, and Dark Emerson Von Doyle. Here they come. They're off, and Peter Fantastic winging for the lead. So is Dark Emerson from the far outside, but Peter Fantastic has it. And up on the outside, Dark Emerson racing on second. Eddie moves to the rail there. Chef Jess gets away third. Olympic Mark is fourth. They're by the 8th pole. On up the backstretch, racing on to the quarter. Pacing on top, it is Peter Fantastic. Then Dark Emerson racing is second. Chef Jess third. Olympic Mark is fourth. It goes Sammy Sonnen. Moving from a fifth. Rick Gambler's on the outside. Criminal Type trails by the opening quarter, 30 and 4/5. Out of the top turn, Peter Fantastic. Dark Emerson racing second. Sammy Sonnen rushing up on the outside now to second. He's lapped on the leader. The two of them are neck and neck as they come swinging off the top turn. On through the stretch, here they come to the half, and Sammy Sonnen is on the outside challenging. Peter Fantastic on the inside. On the rail, third is Dark Emerson. Then on the outside following cover is Rick Gambler, half and 2 and 2. Then we go to Chef Jess, Criminal Type, and Olympic Mark. They're rid of the turn, driving to the 5/8 pole. Peter Fantastic holding his lead. Sammy Sonnen at his wheel, challenging second. Locked in third at the rail is Dark Emerson on the outside. Following cover, Rick Gambler. 3 wide goes Criminal Type. He is a fifth. That is Chef Jess and Olympic Mark, and they drive to the 3/4 pole. It is still Peter Fantastic by the 3/4, 33 and 4. Way wide. Criminal Type getting on to second round the top turn. It is Peter Fantastic. Criminal Type is 3 wide, racing fourth, and out from second comes Dark Emerson. They're 4 wide, swinging home. Peter Fantastic, Dark Emerson challenging. Chef Jess works up along the inside now. It is Peter Fantastic. He's going to hold to win it. Dark Emerson gets second. Chef Jess, Criminal Type, Rick Gambler, Olympic Mark, and Sammy Sonnen. Time for the mile, 2:05. At the wire now, the winner of our 11th race, number 4, Peter Fantastic. Bay Pacing gelding, 9 years, by Umbro Emerson from In the Dumps. She by Strikeout. Owned by Gordon White of St. John and trained by Gordon White. Tim Mercetti driving. Peter Fantastic, your winner in 2:05. The half, 102 and 2. 3/4, 133 and 4. And the mile approached the top of the stretch for the field of 7. There's Peter Fantastic with John Davidson, Leprechaun and Steve Mahar, Richmond Ruda and Mike Downey, Lot Like Mel with Todd Trites, Tough Ender and Doug Falcons, J. Al Cook and Tim Mercetti and Sammy Sonnen, Jill Barrio, here they come. They're off and Tough Fender, swinging forward, he has the lead. Peter Fantastic racing a second in along the rail. He's going for the top. And now the two leaders are neck and neck as they swing around the turn. And now it is Peter Fantastic on the outside. Tough Fender drives on second. Richmond Rula has a third. Now to second as Tough Fender backs off. He is looking for when he finds the rail. He's third there. Leprechaun racing a fourth. Then it's Lot Like Mel, Sammy's son, and J.L. Cook trailing. They're by the quarter in 30 seconds. Into the top turn, Peter Fantastic cuts it out, and Richmond Rula uptight racing second. Tough Fender has a third. Leprechaun fourth. Lot Like Mel, Sammy Sonnen on the move. J.L. Cook trailing, and they're swinging by the 3/8, and now driving through the stretch. They come racing to the half. Up front, still with the lead, Peter Fantastic. Richmond Rula's racing second. Tough Fender has third. Peter Fantastic takes him by the half. 101-1. Driving into the turn, they go to the 5/8, and there goes Tough Fender out from third to challenge. Up front, Peter Fantastic. On the outside, Tough Fender now to second. Richmond Ruda has third. Leprechaun is fourth. Sammy Sonnen outside fifth, and Lot Like Mel. J.L. Cook as they drive on to the three-quarter pole. Peter Fantastic holding the lead a half length. Tough Fender, tough on the outside second. Richmond Ruda at the rail racing third. Three-quarters, 133. Top turn, Peter Fantastic. Outside, Tough Fender second. Then Richmond Ruda looks for room, doesn't have it. He's racing third. Here comes Leprechaun. Moving to the outside, challenging fourth. Lot Like Mel, Sammy's son, J.L. Cook, and they swing for home. It is Peter Fantastic. Up on the outside, strong. Here comes Leprechaun. It is going to be Peter Fantastic. Richmond Rula at the line. Peter Fantastic, Richmond Rula, Leprechaun, Tough Fender, Lot Like Mel, Sammy's son, and J.L. Cook. Time for the mile, 2:04.4. Number one, Peter Fantastic, Bay Gelding 9, by Armbro Emerson from In the Dumps. She by strikeout. Owned and trained by Gordon White of St. John. John Davidson driving. Peter Fantastic winning in 2:04.4. Leprechaun was third.
A field of 7, Calavrita Gambler, Scratch. We have Big John K, Steve Mahar, Peter Fantastic, Gilles Barrio, Canico Mezzo, Bob Kraft, Lucky Louie Lutz, Brian McPhee. Criminal Type, John Davidson. Mysterious Ways with Doug Falcons, and outside, Claude Mel Cami. Todd Trites, 7 Stutters, featured race $1,400. Here they come. They're off, and from post 2, that's Peter Fantastic. He busts off for the early lead. Up on the inside is Big John K and Canico Mezzo as they race into the turn. And up front now it's Peter Fantastic leading by 2 lengths past the 8th pole and on up the backstretch to the opening quarter. Peter Fantastic by 2. In second is Big John K, Canico Mezzo. Then off the rail early to move goes Lucky Louie Lutz. He's off the rail from 4th. He's on to 3rd now and on to 2nd as they pass the opening quarter up front. The opening quarter, 29 and 3, and up front it is Peter Fantastic. Lucky Louie Lutz Park second. Big John K has third. Canico Mezzo. Then it's Criminal Type, Clonmel Cami, and Mysterious Ways as they come off the top turn and through the stretch. Here they come, racing to the half, and now on the outside and moving to the top. It's Lucky Louie Lutz out from second. Here comes Peter Fantastic again, and Peter Fantastic grabs the top past the half. Lucky Louie is second. Outside Big John K, the half a minute, and 4/5 racing into the turn to the 5/8 back On top and in control, it's Peter Pantastic. On the inside, Lucky Louie Lute second. Big John K is third past the 5/8, and on the rail, Klon Mel Cami. Then it's Canico Mezzo. Criminal Type starts to move, and trailing still is Mysterious Ways. As they go on to the 3/4, it's still Peter Pantastic. Big John K at his wheel driving second. Lucky Louie is still there third. Canico Mezzo. 3/4 won, 31-1. They round the turn for the stretch drive and they start the bunch. Peter Pantastic trying to hold. Lucky Louie Lutz looks to get off the rail from second. Way wide, that is Criminal Type. He's on to second as they come off the turn for home. And it's Peter Pantastic, Criminal Type coming to him. Far outside, here comes Mysterious Ways. Peter Pantastic holding though. It's gonna be Peter Pantastic. Tight for second, looks like Lucky Louie Lutz, and Criminal Type in for third. Tight for fourth and fifth. Time for the mile. 2:03-1. Out of In the Dump, she by strikeout. Owned and trained by Gordon White of St. John. Jill Berrio catch driving this afternoon for Peter Pantastic. That's win 3 of the season. Peter Pantastic winning this afternoon. A season's best of 2:03-1. Congratulations to owner-trainer Gordon White, driver Jill Berrio. They take our featured race of the afternoon with Peter Pantastic in 2:03-1. Jill Berrio now selecting the winning number in today's 50-50 draw, and we'll have that number for you in just a moment. Big John K.